Today I'm gonna talk about the analysis of the Her Choose campaign. The second slide is the background information. The information that was provided for the background of this campaign represents a picture of the calamity that is heart disease among women in the United States. To date, heart disease is the leading cause of death for women of the U.S., claiming 30% of deaths of these women by the year 2000. Nevertheless, last year was assertive for awareness with regards to the fact that it was the leading cause of death among women in the United States. The situation is worst for women of color, where it was found that only 1 in 5 women is aware of heart disease as a major health risk. Black and Latina women have higher prevalence rates, which makes them 40% likely to have heart disease or stroke. More strikingly, it was established that a woman of color aged below 65 years in the U.S. has a 1 in 2 chance of dying from heart disease. Still, these pictures will signify the urgent need for the awareness campaign more, especially since 8 out of 10 women in midlife has 1 or more risk factors for heart disease which are modifiable. The third slide is about the current situation analysis. The Her Choose campaign was meant to be a social marketing campaign with an emphasis put on branding so that women will be informed of further danger of heart disease. SWOT analysis gives out the following information. The respective advantages of the campaign have been made based on the campaign employment of social marketing strategies and other well-known behavior change theories such as the HBM. But it has severe limitations in modifying numerous settings. Long-standing patterns of working and people's perception of things as well as addressing the target audience. The string asset of the campaign was timing because this was the beginning of the first national effort, especially address women and heart disease. Nevertheless, it was also faced with the colossal challenge of dealing with a population of women who were apparently oblivious of their risk of heart disease. The following analysis will pave a way in comprehending the various strategy choice in the course of the campaign. The fourth slide is the core issues. Subsequently, these endeavors have defined several critical areas that has the campaign recognized has to be treated. Before anything else, there was a must-to-answer type of information that went something like this. Heart disease is the number of 1 disease killer of women. This is due to the fact that direct is needed to break through misconceptions already established. Second, the campaign was to face heart disease to make the cause more tangible and personal for women. The third core issue was to make it raw in order to capture the severity of the threat. Lastly, the overall objective was to educate women over the possibility of them developing heart disease. These core issues defined what the campaign strategy was and what decisions on the operational level were made. The fifth is the analysis of alternative. The adopt campaign solution was therefore to introduce the red dress brand with the slogan, "Heart disease doesn't care what you wear, it's the first killer of women." This approach used social marketing and branding initiative to behavior change, which was relatively new to public health campaign. Other approaches could have involved a traditional health promotion, follow-on, or a direct aim towards the healthcare providers. Nevertheless, the chosen solution was considered to be more efficient for solving the main problem, mainly for making an emotional association and for giving the memorable and effective message. The sixth slide is the recommendations and action plan. Hence, based on the analysis, 2 main recommendations can be toward. First, to successfully maximize the appeal and to develop an emotional adoration, the red dress brand among the target group. Second, the modern approach of intervention strategies will entail the use of a more complex plan that will directly involve several actors or parties. It also includes the plan of action for the recommendations proposed above, which has included these three main processes. First, partnership development, arising with the corporate sector and media partners and non-governmental organization, which is assumed to be approximately 1 or 3 months. Second, sustain media relations activities for national earned media and social media. Third, community programming, supporting non-profit organizations and relationships, anticipated period of 3 or 6 months. This all-encompassing method was an attempt in trying to cover all the bases and get the campaign's message to the woman. The last slide is finalized and add my own opinion. Therefore, it is suggested her choice can be deemed as an effective campaign that brings novelty to the traditional convention of public health information. The tactics that the company employed included the use of branding techniques and the use of appeal to emotion, with the red dressing symbol was key in its success in raising awareness of heart disease in women. The idea made the campaign very broad, with implementation of different strategies through different sectors as well as the community level. However, more can still be done in terms of targeting particular high-risk populations, including women of color. Subsequent advertising initiative may perhaps explore more target distant communities for this population segment. In a general perspective, the culture campaign is an informative example of how marketing can be effective in approaching public health issues and how the use of creativity and touchy-feely appeal could work in the health communities. That's all. Thanks for listening.